Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Global Entertainment News Breakfast Show, your daily dose of news and updates. I am your host, Bella, and joining me on the studio is.
Okay.
We'll be taking today's top two from Punch and Vanguard newspaper, and today's top two from Punch. USAID Boko Haram controversy. Nigeria may miss $603 million fund, Senate summons service chief. The Nigeria access to $602.95 million grant for 2025 from the United States Agency for International Development is now uncertain, following a 90-day suspension of all agency programs by President Donald Trump. The fund freeze stemmed from an executive order signed by President Trump after his return to the office in January 2025, directing a comprehensive review of U.S. foreign assistance. The review aims to assess the effectiveness of Americans' aid program with a focus on eliminating waste and ensuring funds align with U.S. national interest.
Now, I expected more from this already, and I believe this is the best step for the Americans, or let me say Donald Trump. I so much believe in that man, and I like the way he steps into a particular situation and the way he solves his own
Yes.
thing. Just imagine now, okay, see a country where we are expecting $603 million from that particular country, and this actually happens. And
Our leaders, let me say, they are more concerned about the money that is being in that Nigeria may miss, the $603 million that Nigeria may
that's
miss.
over,
They are not
over a
concerned
billion.
about any other things at all. They are just concerned that Nigeria may miss that money which they could have shared
Yeah.
among themselves, but they are not concerned about how the Donald Trump actually wanted to make everything work accordingly.
Most of them they are agitating for these things. Most of them are even inside this scheme of
Yes.
funding and terrorists. They are also part of the scheme, but they always want to look for a way to divert the issue. They're not talking about the Boko Haram being mentioned in the
in that
IDS.
in
They're not
that
talking about the money that
they are just worried about that that money might miss Nigeria because they know that they have a whole lot of interest in it. Oh my God. Let's move on. Federal government demand $81 billion from INAC for alleged tax inversion. The federal government has approached the Federal High Court in Abuja to compel the cryptocurrency exchange company Binance Holding Limited to pay $79.51 billion and 231 million naira for alleged economic losses caused by its operation in Nigeria. The Federal Inland Revenue Service, which is the plaintiff in the suit, marked FHC ABG CX 1444 in 2024 is also seeking payment of $2 billion in income taxes for 2022 and 2023. In the lawsuit, Binance and two of its executives, Tigran Gambaryan and Nadeem Ajanwala were accused of contravening Nigerian laws, including failing to register with FIRS for tax compliances and alleged causing economic losses to the country during the review period.
I don't know where the government are saying this claim from. But what I say in this is, I think this is a conspiracy for federal government to want to extort from this
Exactly.
company, because Binance has been a well-known company when it comes to trading crypto and everything. The federal government, if they see a way that these people are making a lot of money from this thing, they want to look for a way to go into. For Binance, I think you can't tell me Binance as big as Binance is. You can't tell me Binance does not have a registered tax and probably they are not registered with their tax and everything. I can't even believe that aspect. Binance is well, before Binance even came into Nigeria, sef, it has been existing outside the country for a long time. Binance has been a very reputed one. Binance, likes of Binance, likes of blockchain, likes of so many crypto companies that trade their crypto and everything. It's a very big company for them to come and say, okay, just imagine you want to find a particular company, it's $1 billion. It's $1 billion, like almost the budget for a particular state. Imagine that kind of yeah.
Nigeria governments are always good at when they come to extracting money from people. If this company had to pay for this money, would you think that they still wanted to be partnership with Nigeria anymore? That would be another loss. Because many youths now are actually working in this
Yeah.
cryptocurrency, and then they are making what they where our government acts towards some things sometimes it's just like they are only after their pockets. They don't care about every other thing, because if this money is being given to them, the only thing that they are going is for them to lavish it on their lifestyles and all that. Let's move on. Policeman complainant arrest over newlyweds death in custody. The Lagos State Police Command has begun an investigation into the alleged torture and death of a newly-wed man, Abdulmojid Oduga, while in police custody at the Ikota police post in the Ajah area of the state. In a statement obtained by Punch Metro on Wednesday, the command spokesperson, Benjamin Hundeyin, confirmed the arrest of the investigating police officer and the complainant. He also said that an autopsy would be carried out to determine the cause of Oduga death and to be followed by necessary actions. We talked about a 17-year-old boy yesterday that was being tortured to death by a police officer, and today another newly wedded man, let me call him a family man, was being tortured to death by a policeman as well today.
My own is that the police needs to be very educated when it comes to doing their duty. This man, I don't know, we don't really know what really conspired, but the way I see this now, it might be a case of stop and search, being arrested, you are taken into the police custody, and probably the man was there are some people that they always want to be on their rights. But what police hates in this life for you to tell them, I know my rights. You tell them you know your rights, they
But
want you to go.
they can't use that against the lawyer.
They are always scared of lawyers. When you tell a policeman that I know my rights, it's not your right for you to, they will always want to beat. That's the worst thing I hate about police. They know the right thing to do. Most people in this country don't know that police does not have the right to stop you and ask you for your particulars. It's not their duty. It's not their duty for them to stop. They can stop you and probably search your boots or check other things, but stopping you and asking you for particulars and everything is not their duty. It's probably the work of the last man. That's the work of the last man. Probably the work of the road safety. That's their work. Not, and the only time a policeman can ask you for your driver's license or is when probably you have
But
an accident.
Nigerian police does that a lot.
It's not their duty. Most people don't know about it. They use that to extort from people. And people don't know about it. The fear of that them holding that gun and everything make people feel.
The Nigerian police has actually been on a bad record of every Nigerian youth, be it old or young. They complain a lot about Nigerian police, and then I think it's high time. Not just even the security personnel of Nigeria has now been on a bad record of every youth. Because if you are going to say this now, they don't even want to know if the person is at fault. They are going to put the blame on the police because they never put their work. They never do their work the rightful way. Everything they do is against the law. They don't follow the rules. They don't. All they just wanted is how to extort money from every passing by car, stop them, do search, and oh my God. Let's move on. OAU staff honor colleague death, killed by lion. Staff member of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, under the National Association of Academic Technologists, have honored the late Olabode Olamuyi, a veterinary technologist who was killed by a lion in the university zoo. Olamuyi died on February 19, 2024, while attempting to rescue a junior colleague who was attacked by the lion during feeding. To mark the first anniversary of this tragic death, NAAT organized workshop titled Workplace Safety Awareness at the PIT Theatre, Department of Dramatic Arts. Well, what a
Well,
tragic death.
I'm actually just hearing it for the first time. This is a very tragic death. I'm just imagining putting myself in that kind of shoe where I've been attacked by wild animal. But I think I don't know if it's really right or proper for a school to have a zoo with the rate of insecurity and the rate of when it comes to maintenance and everything we have in this country. I don't think we should be able to. The school should be even allowed to have
Yeah,
a zoo.
Nigeria is not good at keeping this wild animal. If I was asked, I would say that
we,
Nigerians
we,
are not.
we are not even good at keeping it outside as a private sector or probably public sector, but talk less in the school where anything can happen, where there are a lot of people walking around. Just imagine you having that kind of wild animal in the school and something happened overnight. Probably the lion escaped and lion started walking around the school. Do you know
Nigeria,
how it's going to be?
yes.
Lion love when they see people, plenty people. When they see plenty people, the way they chase, they might be chasing one person, everybody might be going. Anybody that falls, that's not to meet.
Nigerians are not good at keeping wild animals because they might talk about that those things needed to be well fed at every time so that they can keep their eyes off human. Because when a wild animal is being starved too much, it tends to hunt on their own. So keeping a wild animal that you're not going to be giving regular food at all the time is going to put them in a trouble. It's going to put everyone around that place in a risk. My condolences to the family. Let's move on. Vehicle price hike looms as US plan 25 tariff. The pricing forwarders have says that Nigerian vehicle importers may be spending more following the plans by US President Donald Trump to impose auto tariff in the neighborhood of 25% and similar duties on conductors and pharmaceutical imports. According to retailers on Wednesday, this is the latest in a series of measures threatening to upend international trade. Trump says the level on automobile would come as soon as April 2nd, the day after members of his cabinet are due to deliver reports to him outlining options for a range of import duties as he seeks to reshape global trade. Wow.
Well, and at some, let me say it's actually working. Just imagine so he has not used 2 months already, and it's already working like
Working
he has
tirelessly.
been there for almost a year. This is what they call presidency. This is what they call house to lead and everything.
Exactly.
Well,
But right now, this auto price that is going to be increasing is as if that is going to be affecting Nigeria in a long,
it's going
long
to
way.
affect so many people because
It's
you know why it's going to affect so many people. It's going to affect the good and also affect more
the
of the
bad.
bad because in almost all sectors of importation there are so many frauds going on there. You will see someone that because you know someone inside you and probably there are three competitors in a particular business. You see someone that probably the first competitor knows someone inside. That person will have to be leverage free. The other two have to impose more money on them because they know they are not my people. That kind of thing.
Yes.
One business will be
The
losing,
money that
the other should be.
you have allowed to slip away, you now impose it on another person just to use it to cover up. That is a whole lot. On today's top three from Vanguard, Nigeria import 25 million liters of petrol daily. Federal government confirmed. The federal government on Wednesday disclosed that Nigerian petrol consumption has dropped to 50 million liters per day, while local refineries supply half of the daily requirements. The government says the other half is being sourced through importation. It's defined that none of the companies involved in domestic refinery was involved in the importation. Speaking to the journalist after a stakeholders meeting in Abuja, Executive Director Distribution System, Storage and Relation Infrastructure, Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. Mr. Onubo Okoha says petrol importation become necessary to ensure that scarcity does not return to the downstream sector. Okay.
Well, I always want to say this when it comes to this petroleum and everything, because we all know what the federal government are trying to pull out from all this. We all know that they are trying to bring out the propaganda about one particular. We all know where they're driving at when it comes to refinery and everything. It's not working well for them now, and they are trying everything to make everybody see that this is not working for them, because they are now reducing the kind of money they see a day and per week and everything. It's not the kind of money they are now seeing now. So they
Yeah.
want everybody to feel their pain and probably. I'm not even looking into it. I always want to go for the refinery when it comes to everything. I
Yeah.
support that, and I always go for that.
Exactly. Let's move on. Osun local government crisis. Adeleke kicks as APC take over secretariat. The chairman and the councillor-elect on the platform of the All Progressive Congress (APC) in Osun State yesterday took over the control of local government council secretariats across the state. The APC and the Osun State government have been at loggerheads over the control of the council following the Court of Appeal judgment. While the APC claims its elected official has been reinstalled, Governor Adeleke says they remain sacked following a federal high court judgment. The attempt to reinforce the judgment on Monday led to a death of 6 persons, including the council chairman of Ire Wole local government area.
Yeah.
They are still fighting the Governor Adeleke up till now because it feels like it's supposed to be their people, that APC people that, well,
You always have that kind of thing when you have more of the opposition party um, around you than your own party. He is the governor of the state and is a PDP member, is governor of the state. And most of the people under him, the local government, the secretariat and everything, they are APC. You don't expect him to work efficiently. You can't be walking around your enemies and you believe things will be going well for you. You might be trying to make things strive well, but the people around you be pulling you back.
exactly.
So that's what he's really feeling, and I don't think it's going to work.
It's not going to work. I don't think they're even going to allow him for the second time whatsoever. I don't think. Because this is really, really serious and the oppressing one for that matter. The APC leadership or whatever party that is it, I feel like they come into this Nigeria for actual taking over everywhere. They want to take over everywhere and rule it, and then to their own benefit, not to the people's benefit. That is what I feel like this APC is all about. Well, let's move on. Castina, his BAP shut down nightclubs over immorality concern. The Castina State Hisbah Board on banned all nightclub activity across the state, citing Islamic principles and the need to uphold moral values. The Hisbah Commander General Dr. Aminu Usman Abu Umar announced this in a statement issued in Castina on Wednesday. He said that nightclub owners must shut down their establishment to curb immoral practice, protect social and social values, and address security concerns in the state.
Now, to me, I think this decision or judgment is unfair because you don't know. We all know how much most of these nightclubs and establishments invest in their business. You can't just shut down someone's business that someone that has invested more than 10 million, 20 million in a particular business,
Uh,
and you just wake up one day, you shut things down because you probably saw one immoral activity somewhere. Probably in one location, you saw the immoral value they are trying to put into the society there, and you believe it's being done everywhere, and that's how everyone needs to do. Everybody has their right to business. Nightclub is not an illegal business. It's something that everybody cannot just be. They say all works are not paid, make jobs if done, but you can't just expect everybody to always say
keep
I'm going to
working,
church,
working, working.
working, I'm going to mosque every time. I
Well,
want to be a clergy.
it is part, some of the things that is actually accepted in the south is it cannot be accepted in the north because they mostly all of them there are actually Muslim, and then they feels like this nightclub New Year celebration and all the other holidays that you actually think that is normal in the south they won't accept it there.
I don't think that's where Nigeria needs to move. If we keep on having this tribalism in anything
Religious
and
or paper
religious, it's going to our country is not going to move forward. Other countries have they have look at India. India practice almost 20 religions in that country. And we never had an issue and saying that because a Christian was praying in the house and Hindu worshiper came and started pushing. You don't hear that kind of thing in this kind of country. I don't know why it's always in Nigeria. People are always carrying, probably raising tradition over there. You see a pastor that will see a Muslim man doing ablution, like, what is this one doing? They are always they don't be criticism
there's
everything about
always
them.
the say that my God that I'm serving is greater than I've known my God, and the one that you're serving is not. That is mentality in Nigeria needed to be abolished because no one
It's even as
actually
it's African mentality in total.
is no you don't know you haven't seen the reflection of the God that you're serving unless you just wanted to try to convince someone else to like accept or believe that whatever you're
Some people believe that when you see a native doctor does not know God. There are some I'm not being biased when it comes to religion, but there are some native doctors that they do things to favor
that was actually our forefathers religion before all those
they do this to favor their own family. Some of them do it to worship because they believe it's their ancestral gods and they need to worship them every time. Not that they don't believe in God, but it's people that rewind things the way it's supposed to be. You will see, well, we've also seen cases where a religious, probably a clergy, kills someone for ritual. We've seen that. We've also seen pastors kill people for ritual. We've seen a man do that. We've seen so many things happening. We've seen native doctors. So it's not the way we see things. It's people in charge of that thing that takes things the way they're supposed to do. So we need to understand that we should allow everybody practice
their own
their
belief.
own beliefs. So,
So we have come to the end of today's show. Thank you for joining us on today's breakfast show. I've been your host, Bella. Be sure to join us tomorrow. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a blessed day. Bye.